Listen, stop letting what happened in the past, that past relationship, that past job, that past friend, whoever it was that made you feel less than. Stop bringing those tapes with you forward. Stop carrying that baggage. Stop replaying that shit in your head. Excuse my language, man. Because you're not none of those things. You've already proven that you're not none of those things. Look, you've left it behind. You've moved forward. I feel like you're deep in the healing work right now, and the healing work sucks, right? Because we do face a lot of situations or lots of things in like different situations, right? We have to see the truth in that. But I feel like for who I'm speaking to, for you, I feel like you were in a situation where you were not being treated right, okay? You don't need to keep taking on responsibility for what that person did to you, okay? I feel like I'm probably talking to somebody who's recovering from being with a narcissist, okay? Let's be honest. And you still want to take on some of that, like, well, if I wouldn't have acted this way, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Or if I could have, you're still looking at it that way. No, that's not what happened, okay? You were freed from that situation for a reason. And it's not because you were at fault. For some of you guys that this resonates for, that person from the past keeps trying to creep into your inbox. Or for some of you guys, you have kids, so you have to see them when you exchange. Or there's just different things where this person's still trying to throw shots with a smile on their face to really make you question if you were the problem. You were not the problem, okay? You don't need to, like, you've been released from that. Quit taking that karma back on. It was 133. I got Sculpture of Self is the first card that came out. Shaping the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing your identity. I feel like this is you, the sculpture of self. You're finding out who you really are without somebody trying to tell you how you should move, what you should do, the way you should look, the way you should dress, right? And I feel like when you were dealing with that person, it changed every day. Okay, it changed every day. Like, you would do this because that's how they wanted you to act, and then you did the way they said, and then they will switch up and tell you that was wrong, right? Because you were dealing with a narcissist, okay? This is somebody who maybe you've never heard that word before. I've been there. I didn't even know what a narcissist was until months after I was freed from the situation, right? And I was still looking up, I guess I'm gonna share it today, okay? I was still looking up to where what was wrong with me? Like, why? And what was wrong was I needed to heal. What was wrong was I kept inviting the same cycle of circumstances into my life with a different face, right? Because I had never taken the time to heal yet at that point. I was still accepting this identity that other people had put on me since a young age, right? Which was everything was my fault. If it wasn't my fault, this wouldn't have happened. If it wasn't my fault, this wouldn't have happened, right? Because I took that on as a child, being the scapegoat in a domestic situation at home that I grew up in, right? And a lot of you guys have went through certain things in your life, or maybe this relationship really just broke you. 1144, you'll know how it fits. But either way, from dealing with people like that, right? Dealing with the people like that made you really question who you were. It really allowed you to take that on. You really started believing that because that was all you ever known, right? And when you would try to shift from that, when you would try to move away, when you would try to stand your ground and say, no, you would get, gaslit, or for some of you guys, it was bad. I don't even want to go into all the things that I'm hearing, but it wasn't good for you, right? They were mean to you in many ways, not just verbally, and you did not deserve that. See, the thing is, though, people don't in my opinion, I've been through lots of different types of ABUSE, right? I've been through a lot since a young age. And I feel like the worst to me was the mental ABUSE, right? That was the worst because that always lived there. It didn't have to stay there forever, and it's not there anymore, right? But there was many years, and I used to say that you could beat my butt all day, right? But don't hurt my feelings, right? Because if you hurt my feelings, I'm gonna remember that. And I used to think like that, right? So then I accepted different types of that in my life anyways. Doesn't matter, but you guys get what I'm saying, okay? We get conditioned to where we believe that's the norm, but I'm promising you it's not. I think that you're just really being asked to take on the identity that God's giving you, not this old identity, right? This old identity isn't yours anymore. That's why you've been removed from the situation, because you're worth more. You are worth it. Even if you don't believe it in this moment, you are, okay? The next card that came out is 444, right there, baby. You're worth it. You're divided. You're divinely guided. You are loved. God has your back, okay? Allow this healing process to happen, okay? Quit Bringing those people back in because you haven't built your self-esteem up yet. Because that's all it is you're learning boundaries. You're learning how to build your self-esteem back up. You're learning to accept, no, I can say no. That really wasn't right for that to happen to me, right? That's the place where you're in right now. But you have to stand on that yourself. I can tell you this all day, 5:15. I could be the one to tell you that all day. But you have to truly believe in your heart and soul that you don't deserve that. What was done to you was wrong. And you're allowed to have feelings, because I think that's part of it. Like any feeling you had, I feel like a lot of times was gaslit, right? Where you were wrong to feel anything, to the point where you stifled every sort of feeling. Now that you're starting to feel, I feel like sometimes it kind of scares you. It's okay. You're allowed to feel. I talk about this a lot during my lives. Feelings are not facts, y'all. But we have to be able to feel what we feel so we're not like stuffing it, okay? Because sometimes those fears, we just have to face them. And they're never going to come true, right? But they're things that will just keep popping up and keep it's what the enemy is using to attack you. It's what the enemy is using to keep you stuck, okay? It's that spiritual warfare. If y'all don't know how the enemy works, look it up. Okay, he can't hear your thoughts, but he can slip them in. It's a thing. Look it up. I'm not here to lie. I'm here to help y'all get up out of it, right? And to take power back in your own life and stop claiming what happened prior over your life today, because that's not who you are anymore. It is not who you are anymore. Even if you can't see it yet, even if you're just in the beginning, right? A lot of times the spiritual awakening, God's saving us. It's the tower moments, right? It's those moments where everything around us is in rubble and we have no idea how we're going to get out of it, okay? And it may hurt because you feel like God's taking things from you, but God's not, okay? What's happening is things are being moved out of the way so you can get the things that are right for you, the things that are meant for you. Okay. All right, it got stopped at 6:55. And if you guys are new, I rattle off the numbers that I see that I guess, maybe are important to somebody. Like I just see 701 after that, but it's some people will be watching it at that time. That's why it resonates. Okay, anyways. So the other cards that I had that came out with it is Real Promise, all right? And it says, release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibilities. And it came out with River of Release, okay? Drift along the river of release where waters carry away burdens, guiding you towards renewal. And that is what's happening, okay, with the sculpture of self. You're being sculpted into a new version of self, okay? God is doing the work with you right now, but you got to work with him, okay? Stop bringing in the past. Understand that it's going to be okay. I really hope that this was, a message that kind of uplifts you a little bit, right? Like, I don't want you to be feeling like it's such a hard struggle, right? Because there's so much for you out there, okay? Again, this can really be for any sign. I'll pull and see if there's any specifics, but I feel like it's for any sign right now, okay, you guys? And I see 777. What signs are we talking about? Please and thank you. Are we going to do signs? Okay, there we go. Aries, A18. Gemini. That was the one I seen too. So Aries, Gemini, Virgo. Any other signs? Perfect. Scorpio. And again, this can be any of your placements. Leo. I feel like if you have a few, if it resonates, you guys. That's the thing. You don't know when a message is yours. Don't ever try to make them fit. Because that's where you can get into Delulu land. Especially, when you're learning who you are. It's not time to be watching a bunch of tarot. Unless it fully resonates. Anything else? Any other sign? Sheepers, creepers. We're just gonna stick with those, okay? If your sign's not on here and this resonates, it's your message, okay? Have a beautiful day, you guys.